don't go to the grocery store like most people. I glean a lot of my food, and I have contacts where I can get food from places that was going to be thrown away. Basically, it's like dumpster diving. But I went to the local discount grocery store because I thought it would be fun just to see what it was like. And I was shocked. The local discount grocery store wasn't as cheap as what it used to be. In fact, their prices were 30% higher as well. I didn't realize how much food has gotten higher priced. I guess I'm a little bit out of the loop when it comes to prices on food. Milk and things like that I still buy on a weekly basis, but what I noticed was even the discount produce that was really old and wilted, they wanted high prices for that as well. Cleaning supplies were outrageous, and there really wasn't a lot of special things. The Rescue Remedy I picked up because that was really cheap compared to what you buy on Amazon. And I picked up a bar of soap, my favorite from my childhood memories, of course. But I really didn't get much of anything and only spent $3.75. There just wasn't anything that I was willing to pay for. And it really made me think, now is the time that we cannot waste food. Here was something that was almost a year outdated, and it was 10 cents. Now, I didn't need it, but that was the only thing I could find that was cheap. Everybody, and welcome to today's video. Why am I sitting out here in the rain? And look at all of these red raspberries that I just got for free. Oh, can't wait to share with you what I'm working on today. Well, everyone, today is a busy day. I have to go through flats and flats and flats of red raspberries. I was able to get these at the end of the food truck this month. And most of you know all about my work that I do, volunteer work, plus you know all about the food truck because we have about 20 now subscribers that meet me every month for the free food. But when everybody's done and everybody goes home and we're cleaning up the mess, we have a lot of food that's left and a lot of food that's good, but it's mixed with food that's not quite so good. So that means I painstakingly go through every single one of these, and any of them that are spoiled, then I will give to my chickens, and all of the good ones I make amazing marmalades and jams and jellies, and that's what you see in my videos. So it's free food for me. It's a lot of work. I thought I would spend a little time with all of you today and work on this. And so I thought I would just talk to you today and share with you how my day is going. And I'm sure in upcoming videos you'll see me making the jams and jellies. We have red raspberries, black raspberries, and strawberries. It's such a blessing because, as you know, food has really gone up. In fact, people are reporting to me that Aldi's food is 30% higher this week than it was in previous weeks. Food. Let's talk about food a little bit. Everybody who watches any of my videos know that I like to glean food. And by gleaning food, that means I take the food, go through it, and pick out what's good. And, you know, in the world that we're living in, people don't like to do that. But it is essential nowadays that you do, because it's going to get to the point where food may be harder to find. Our ancestors did this, you know. In the Depression era, they didn't waste anything. Waste not, want not. Well, that means sometimes that we have to go through a lot of work to make sure that we use up all of our food. Here in the United States, we have a lot of food waste. And I am passionate to share with people all about ways that they can reduce waste on their homestead or in their life. I'm really trying to focus on zero waste. And while I have a lot of things like this with this plastic, because the food comes in that and it's free, I'm really trying to not have as much waste in my life. That's not easy because there is so much plastic. But I'm going to go ahead and recycle all this plastic. And I'm going to make sure that I don't have so much waste. I'm really excited because every once in a while I found a whole patch of them that are absolutely amazing. They're all good, which is such a blessing. when they bring them in skids like that, these are perfect. These are so nice. So it's easier to go through them. Of course, you have to wash them really, really good. You want to make sure you wash your fruit. But this is great. Very happy now. See how nice they are. A couple of them were kind of rough, but now I got into a really good patch of them. See, most grocery stores would throw the whole skid away, but these are perfect. You realize how many plants it would take to create this many berries? So this is turning out just perfect. I am so happy. I think if we knew exactly how much food was wasted in America, you know, it would make us sick. Because in other countries, you know, they would be so happy to get this food. Now this one, you have to go through quite a bit. And then with these berries, of course, they're going to need to be made within a day. So tomorrow I will be making jams and jellies and having so much fun. I don't have any red raspberry jelly. Lots of times people will go to the grocery store and they'll see food and they'll ask them, hey, will you give this for free? Or can you give it discounted? And a lot of grocery stores are doing that now. They're actually giving it to you discounted. But these berries are all organic too. So it's like a win-win situation. And there you go. These are perfect for jam. Go ahead and clean this up. Now we're gonna go and do the blackberries. Now I think the blackberries look nicer. Oh my goodness. It's a lot of berries. We shall see. Oh wow, the blackberries are perfect. Take a look at that. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. Look at that. Blackberries are amazing. Not a one of them are bad. Well, this is going to be fun. All right, I'm going to go do these and I'll show you what I'm working on next. I'm working on strawberries and they're mostly nice, but there's a couple of them that aren't. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these yet. Probably make strawberry jelly with them. I'm not sure. And you know, you really start opening your eyes to all the things that you can do to save money. And that is buying things reduced. And with the food costs going so high, you really have to utilize everything that you possibly can. And you might not be able to get the nice, perfect fruit that you're used to seeing, but for cheaper, or for a little bit cheaper, you can get food that maybe isn't as nice. All this would have went into the landfill. And it's so sad because the world is right now screaming out for help. And, you know, there are people that do not have food security. And it doesn't have to be expensive. I know, depending on where you live, it makes a big difference. You know, I know that if you're, you know, it depends on where you live. Like if you're out in Alaska, food like this would be a lot more expensive. It's all a regional thing. But all of us can learn ways to preserve our food and learn to make our food dollar stretch. We don't have to have meat every meal. We're lucky if we have red meat twice a week. Usually we only have it once a week. And who would pick up strawberries like this? So if you went to the grocery store and they were reduced for $1, how many people would look by this and say, ew, I don't want it? But all you'd have to do is take a little extra time and effort for the $1 and pick through it. So while I'm sitting here talking to you, I'm picking through all of these. The average person would look at these and say they would never, ever, ever buy them because they're not perfect. But you know what? As you can see, as I'm working on them, I'm finding that they are pretty good. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them are not red. Some of them are too ripe. But then the rest, I'll give the chickens. So while we sat here, I went through probably 50 pounds of fruit. And it's really easy and simple once you get used to seeing what's good and what's not. Even our local discount grocery store really has higher prices. Now, I am going on a zero food budget. That means I am not spending any money on food. And I will not spend money, I'm hoping, all winter on food. But I will be more than happy to receive free food that grocery stores were going to throw away. I know there's a lot of people who dumpster dive. I'm a little leery about dumpster diving nowadays because people could pour stuff in there. And, you know, we live in a very volatile world where people could do things just to be mean. So I'm a little leery on all that. But I am so glad that I can work with a company that is Amish-based, that takes all the food that no longer is good for the grocery store, and they donate it to the food truck. Well, there you go, everyone. I got all of these beautiful organic strawberries. Didn't cost me a cent. Just took a little bit of time and effort to go through them and make sure they're good. Over to the chickens and hand them their food. Woo! It's cold out here too. It's a damp, dreary, cold day. Let's see if the chickens will like it. Okay, here we go. Come on, chicks. I think they've just been fed.